I once saw an Instagram reel, and the text was it was just someone at a lake, and the text was literally like, "I haven't been able to smile since I got this news." And it's about a guy been with his girl for like 2 years, and he gets a random text from some girl. He's get a random text from one of his guy friends. No, 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 it wasn't a group chat. It wasn't his group chat, right? And it's literally a video of his girl getting cracked by all of his friends. He's just getting passed around guy by guy. You know how cruel that is? That's that's suicide justified right there. Imagine you're in love with someone and you're thinking, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. And then you get a video sent of your best friends, getting your girlfriend passed around, cracked by your best friends, like getting fucked. Unbelievable. These are clips, and I just feel the pain. I feel the pain so much. And I start projecting it on my own girlfriend. I haven't, that's when I feel like the way I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of feeling insecure. Right now, I'm feeling insecure. What I'm doing right now is I'm telling myself my girlfriend isn't like that. My girlfriend, I have no control over her. You know, she's responsible for her actions. That's why, I love her very much and I care about it very deeply. But I don't depend on her for my mental stability. Maybe a little bit because I miss her so much right now. She's in, she's on vacation with her family, but she's a life defining for me. And the best part is, if we ever split up, and I genuinely hope it doesn't happen after, but if we split up, my life, I would go down the same path. I would still do the things I'm doing right now. So I'm not literally changing the course of my life purely because she's in my life. Does that make sense? Because regardless of her, I always want to live in a van. I always want to live in a van and just travel the world, go to see beautiful scenery and stuff. That's something that I enjoy so much. I can stare. I can lay in a field of grass and just stare at the grass and the trees for hours. That's literally what I did in Denmark, my vacation that I went on a few weeks ago with my parents. Yeah, extreme thinking is just the worst, actually. Yeah, it kind of protects you from the worst outcome, but at what cost? Your mental health, your, your sanity, because some things aren't sane, and some people just, yeah. I know it's a stretch, and I might look like a fool, but my girlfriend would never do that. Like, and if she does, oh, that's cruel. That's fucked. But I just don't think she'll ever do that. Not because we're in love or anything. That's just not how she is. I don't see her as a person that does those things, and neither does she. Yeah. This is nice. It is 2 a.m. and I should be sleeping after work at 8. But this is very nice. Just sitting here talking. I'm sorry for the mic quality. It should be so much better. I don't have anything else. So this is the quality we're working with, and I'm so sorry, but I'll get there. You know, it's always hard to imagine a path to great success. Extreme thinking goes both ways. I mean, you can get extreme pessimistic, but you could also be extreme optimistic. And I would say that I sometimes have both, right? Not at the same time, obviously, but we talked about pessimistic thinking, extreme pessimistic thinking. Well, let's now talk about, positive extreme thinking. It's like, did I say extremistic? Positive extreme thinking. Positive extreme thinking in the way that, the chances of me succeeding are, I don't fucking know what they are. Nobody knows because it's an algorithm and we don't really know how that works. But if I upload consistently and, my videos are of some value, then it should be fine. And what is success? Because success is different for everyone else. But let's just say, if I wanted to be a millionaire, right, the chances of that happening are pretty low. Not impossible, but pretty low. Let's say, I don't know, 1%. There's a 1% chance that I become a millionaire. It's just a random statistic. It's not real. I just made it up. Yeah, I believe in the 1%. I will believe in the 1%. Because maybe it's something that I want. You know, and reality is sucks because I'm 20, if I wanted to be a professional footballer, then that ship has sailed. So hard. I can't compete with people like Lamine Yamal. That's just crazy. I can't even compete with people here on the streets. We have to. Do you know how bad I am? It's just you have like professional athletes, and then I'm playing with people here that are not professional athletes, and they're better than me, and they're also nowhere near the level of professional footballers. I should quit the game on. No, I'm joking. We see what I'm getting at. Reality doesn't matter when you're thinking in extreme ways. This was nice. I like this. I think I'm gonna stop here. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Oh my god. No, I don't want to do the sales pitch thing. I hate that when people do that. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to comment what you think of the video. Yeah. I mean, engagement is important, but I feel like engagement that's not encouraged is the best kind of engagement. Someone that comes to the realization that they want to be subscribed to your channel is so much more valuable than someone that's been pointing towards the subscribe button. If you think about it, right? There might be a channel, maybe not, but for me, there was a channel, and I was like, I need to see more of this guy, so I need to subscribe. And that's my subscription to that channel weighs so much more than someone that's been pointed to it um, by the content creator itself. Maybe at the end of the video it says all like and subscribe. I was like, oh yeah, I'll subscribe to help this cause. That's so different than someone that's actually thinking about it themselves. Yeah, coming to the realization that you want to watch this on a daily basis and that you want to watch a lot of his videos, so you subscribe. That's it. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.